Alright everyone, here we go. It's another Twin Flame Journey update. Those of you who are new here, we've been tracking this since about summer, your journey. These are all timeless readings, right? Doesn't matter when you find it, you're meant to find it. My suggestion is if you do here, you go to the playlist I have for the Twin Flame Journey on my YouTube channel. Just click playlists, you'll see it. It says Twin Flame Journey. And check it out and see which readings, where you're at in this, because you're all on different timelines, you're all dealing with different people. For the rest of you who've been following along, well, you're wherever we're at right now, okay? Or you might be, if you're new as well, you might be just jumping in right now, who knows? Anyway, we got two decks here, two main decks. The animal deck is for the Divine Feminine. The Light Seer deck here is for the Divine Masculine. I'm going to clarify Divine Masculine with the Little Light Seer deck, and I'm going to clarify the Divine Feminine with the Little Animal deck. So you're all animals and light seers. Alright? Well, this is going to be fun. With all the energies in play right now, with the readings I've done, with the eclipse reading, and that extended where I had to take a 5-hour nap afterward because we went so deep into your person, pretty much cut them open wide. And the 12-12 energies and all of it, and my one card for each sign I pulled earlier today. We got to see where we're at on this journey. So what do you say we take a ride? Divine Feminine in their BMW, Divine Masculine, let's see how the 74 Pinto's doing. Alright, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if you found Steve's Love Tarot, I promise you, you found it for a reason. My energy is around this channel. That's why, if you found it for a reason. Alright, here we go. Let's, Divine Feminine, let's see where you're at. Let's get your baseline card here. Here we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do this. Alright. It's usually, you know, I don't know. I got to get to my neutral place. I'm going to go sit in the field and watch some kestrels hunt. Everybody, we're going to take a little twin flame journey and see where we're at in these current energies. And I'm going to space out the timing on this a little bit. Timing. And get a broad view of the whole thing. All right, let's see. Let's see where we go here. Tell me about the Divine Feminine universe. What's their baseline card? Where are my Divine Feminines at? Jesus Christ Almighty. So, two cards wanted to come out. Two cards what came out together. Oh my God. Okay. The Ten of Cups. This would be the top card was the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Swords was under it. So it's the Seven of Swords crossing the affecting energy, powering the Ten of Cups is Seven Swords across the top. Very interesting. All right. Well, as a baseline, I would say the Divine Feminine here, you're doing okay. You would have had just a Ten of Cups here. That's all I saw when I pulled it. That's why I laughed, but this one stuck to it. What I've got here is 10 Cups. I've got happily ever after. I've got emotional fulfillment. You're on the brink of new love because this resets back to the Ace of Cups. This all sounds nice. It can be a little fairy tale energy, happily ever after and all that. And they all lived happily ever after. Right? But some of you, not all, maybe all, I don't know. Some of you are getting in your own way. A lot of you are still in your head with that Seven of Swords. A little bit. Okay? We'll talk about that. We'll see what happens when we clarify. That's all it's saying. I mean, you're ready to rock. But the affecting energy is you. It's all minor arcana. It's all up to you. Okay, well that's fine. Maybe some of you are resolving the fact this 74 Pinto is never going to get started. I don't know. I don't know that it isn't. Let's see. Let's not prejudge anything. Let's shuffle the deck and see what's on the Divine Masculine side for their baseline energy. Let's see where we go. This is no big deal. Your base card is the Ten of Cups. It's still roses and rainbows, just getting in your own way a little bit. Tell me about the Divine Masculine universe. What's the Divine Masculine side? What's their baseline card here? Where are we at? Let's see. 74 Pinto. Slow. It's a stopped energy. It's a stiff, stopped energy. All right? It's the Knight of Pentacles. A lot of wasting time, a lot of overthinking, a lot of, he got a racehorse, he should be getting on it and going faster. He could be going a lot faster. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is stopped energy. Sometimes it's just not going anywhere. This is a stopped. He's taking a break. That's the problem with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is actually a very nice energy, you know. I often read it as slowly coming toward you, as slowly whatever, but it could be going faster. Pick on him, say, this asshole, get on the horse. But this here is actually a very nice offer. It's somebody who's learning and growing. They're just taking their time about it. Okay? They're taking their goddamn time. All right. That's where we're at in the baseline. Let's get the little animal deck here. Let's see what's going on with my Divine Feminines. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card for these two. Why these two come out together? Because I like the 10 of Cups, but I don't like the 7 of Swords across the top of it. And I know what that, I already know what it is because I see the energy here. I just figure I'll pull some cards just to make sure I'm right. I have a very simple analogy for you to help you with this if you're one of the 7 of Swords people. You can think of that 7 of Swords when it's on top of the 10 of Cups like that as an 8 of Swords in a lot of ways. In your head a little too much, looping around, feedbacking on your own damn self. I got a nice analogy. I'll keep it nice and simple. You can rewind and listen to my analogy. It's fucking perfect. But I want to see what the universe says. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card here. Why these 2 cards are here for my Divine Feminines. Okay? Who's your fucking energy reader? Huh? That's 8 swords. I just said that 7 of Swords on top of a 10 Cups. You can look at that 7 of Swords as an 8 swords, and I get at the bottom after I finish shuffling 8 swords. Who's your fucking energy? I better be at least your second favorite. I better be. That's fucking awesome. So that's your bottom card. It's 7 swords, fueling that underneath it, crossing the 8 swords. I'm sorry, 8 swords. Crossing the 8 swords is the Knight of Swords. Your own mind, your own inner bullshit is holding you back. I said these two together, you can think of this as an 8 swords. I get the 8 swords as the affecting energy of the 3 cards I'm pulling, and it's preventing forward movement, or at least the potential of the absolute potential of the forward movement. Oh, I got an analogy for you. 3 wands, you're right there. You're all right there, the Divine Feminine. You're there, you figured it out. You're listening to me, you're listening to other people, you're listening to your mama. I don't know, you're listening to yourself. I don't know, but this is it. It can all happen for you. It's trying to happen for you. The 3 of Wands. Ace of Cups. I said earlier, this 10 of Cups resets to an Ace of Cups. You got the potential for new love coming in, this person coming in, whatever love. You got Ace of Cups. I mentioned the Ace of Cups around the 10 of Cups, and it came out when I shuffled on it. Again, I better be at least your second favorite energy reader. Okay? And 3 swords after that. Yeah, you're getting in your own fucking way. A lot of you are. A lot of you are. And I see it on my Twitter feed. I'm not fucking blind. I can't respond to everybody. I get tagged in 600-700 tweets a day. But I read, I scroll through on my walks. I'll scroll through and I'll see all kinds of stuff in there. But it's right here in the cards. I don't even need the fucking Twitter feed. Some of you are getting in your own way. You're letting pain hold you back. You're thinking about it. You're getting in a woe is me kind of attitude. That's devil energy. Woe is me. You don't see a future. And I responded to somebody earlier today about this. The problem that a lot of people have is they look at life, their life, in linear terms, narrow, like a narrow road, right? That they can't see anything around the corner. And because they can't see around the corner, they get afraid and they overthink. And they're like, oh, well, I'm always going to be stuck here. This road's always going to be the same. Life is to be looked at laterally. It's like a field. You get a 360-degree panoramic view if you choose to take it. The lessons you learn now about this will apply to you in future things. You'll know in the future why you had to learn this lesson in this. A lot of you, this right here is blocking 10 cups. the ultimate, the pinnacle of emotional fulfillment. I'm going to give you a life lesson right now. It's real quick. It's an easy analogy. It's a car analogy, so everyone will understand it. Y'all know what a car is, don't you? Okay. Well, think of life this way. All right? And rewind this if you have to. This is as Sesame Street as this motherfucker can get. But it's $1 million worth of life advice that you'd have to go to a therapist for fucking months before you'd come to this conclusion round and round and round. Life is like driving a car. Okay? I'm going to back up. I'm going to say life is to be felt. All right? Not thought. The thoughts are there to just sort of slow yourself down and kind of make sure that you're not, making any mistakes. But when we think too much, when we overthink, we come around in a loop. We create a force field around ourselves, as I've said before. It's repellent to other people. We're inside of it. We can't tell. We think we're being nice and cool and sweet and witty and funny. And the reality is our surface energy is phony. That's all people can pick up on. Most people, everybody reads energy. Most people pick up on your surface energy. Okay? They pick up on the surface energy. They pick up on, they don't know, they're not an energy reader per se, but someone rubs you the wrong way. That kind of thing. You meet somebody and you're not sure about them. You're like, I don't know, something about them, I don't know. That's surface energy. Now me, I look through that. I don't bother with surface energy because I know it's usually just bullshit 99.999% of the time. I go deeper, but I'm me. Not everybody is me. Most people just get the surface energy. And when you're in this kind of Seven of Swords, woe is me, I can't see the road ahead of me, I don't know what's around the corner, and I'm afraid, and I'm in pain because of this and that, but I'm going to put on a plastic smile and go to this party. It's fake, and it reads as fake to those people. That's all it rubs them the wrong way. They get a little weird vibe off you. And it limits you. It limits this happiness. It limits this Ace of Cups. Life is to be felt, not thought. Think of it this way with a car. You're driving the car. Think of feelings as the gas pedal and your brain as the brake, right? What most of you are doing here, what the energy is showing here, is you're driving the car, right? And you feel something, and then you see a stop sign coming up, and you hit the brake hard, and you come to a screeching halt at every red light and every stop sign, like the Duke boys or something. You're laying on all your weight on the brake. That's this. That's the brain. That's not how you drive a car either. You drive a car by pumping the brake and slowly slowing down to your stop and coming to a nice quiet stop, and then you release the brake and you hit the gas and you go. The gas pedal is feeling. The brake is the brain. Use the brain to just apply a little bit of logic. Feel something, hit the gas, go forward. Use the brake, your brain, to slow you down a little bit. Pump the brake to come to a stop. Don't slam on it. All right? Just use it to slow you down so you don't get a ticket. But you don't use it, you don't put all your weight into it and come to a screeching halt at every stop sign. You'd be some kind of freak lunatic. Take your license away. Right here, this is limiting. Life is to be felt. Go with what you feel. Go with what your intuition says. View it as a lateral thing. 360-degree panoramic view. The lessons you learn now may be for the future. Maybe, and you won't know until you get there. And this happens every time. Sometimes the lessons you learn now you won't need for 10 years. 10 years from now, something will happen. You'll go, oh, now I understand. So don't get in your head about all this shit. Don't block your own happiness. Every time I pull on you, I got it right here. I got 10 cups. I got 3 wands. You're on the precipice of the 4 of wands. I've got an Ace of Cups. And then I've got slam on the brakes. Right? No. Get rid of this. Just pump the brakes. Feel. Allow yourself to feel life. You'll miss all the magic if you don't. And just use the brake as you would in your car. Oh shit, I'm doing 70 in a 35. I better slow down a little bit. Pump the brake, slow down. That's all. That's all it is. People use the brain wrong. They drive with logic. They drive with their brain. They overthink. They get in their head. And they become repellent to the very happiness that's right there on the precipice. It's okay. Life, it's all just an illusion anyway. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. You got to, if nothing else, if you're part of this soulmate cycle, you have a destiny. You've learned a lesson. It's going to help you later. Pump the brakes. It's a driving lesson, but it's a life lesson. All right? Just use your brain to slow you down a little bit, but let the damn intuition drive. That's the gas pedal. Let your feelings drive. It's okay. All right, let's go. Divine Masculine. Why is this here? It's a good analogy. It's a perfect analogy. It's an understandable analogy. And it's a way to have a successful life. Unlike other people. A lot of you are just riding the brake. You're driving around with the e-brake on top of that. You're dragging your back wheels, burning gas. Stop it. Take your lessons. Be appreciative for them. That's why we're here. Everything is here to learn lessons. Everything has a destiny. You know, every living thing, even a tree has a destiny, right? A tree can go all tunes as the driving cat by growing a branch in the wrong direction. That branch becomes too heavy, you know. And one day in a windstorm, it gets knocked over and dies. It went tunes as the driving cat. It shouldn't have fed all the energy to that branch, but it liked that branch, and it wanted to do that. It's almost a perfect analogy for your DM. You know, they're growing a branch in the wrong direction. It's going to get too heavy. It is what it is. It's tough for a lot of people to understand. 90% of the world lives their life very linear. They view time in a linear way. They view their entire life as a narrow path. And the truth of the matter is, it's not a narrow path. It's an open field. And we had, very strangely enough, we had a tweet string about this morning. And it came up right here. You can see it on the table. Feelings are the gas pedal. The brain is the brake. Don't ride the brake. Pump the brake. Use it to slow you down so you don't get a ticket. And don't come to screeching stops in your life unless you absolutely have to. And you don't have to here. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for my Divine Masculines? Why is the Knight of Pentacles? We'll find out where you're going in a minute. First, we got to pull on the Divine Masculine. Where are they at in these current energies? My God. Take away all this shit right here. And my fucking God, look at that. That's your reading. That's where you're supposed to be. Instead, affecting energies. All affecting energies fall on top. And it's all free will. Minor Arcana. All right, I got my shuffle here. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, 9 of Cups. They know where their 9 of Cups is. That's good. That's good. 9 of Cups is at the bottom for them. All right, I'm going to put that over here. Is that on camera? Okay. Let's pull 3 cards. Justice. It's balanced and slow. That's probably why they're stopped. 10 of Wands. Yeah, I expected that. And the Page of Wands. Listen, a lot of you, this person in the current energies, the Divine Masculine, is waking the fuck up, and that's part of what's causing all of this over on this side. You're feeling a lot of this. This is a stopped energy, this Knight of Pentacles. And what I've got here, red, center, left, right, I've got a fucking 10 of Wands. It's a real burden for them, and crossing the whole thing is the 9 of Cups. They're living a life where they're not in the 9 of Cups. That's the implication of this. Because this is, I'm pulling on the twin flame journey. So they're not in emotional fulfillment. Wish fulfilled. The wish fulfilled, they're realizing this is happiness right here. The Justice card, balanced energy to a 3D person, is happiness. This is it. They're realizing this is almost the Fool in Lightseer. It's basically the same energy as the Fool. It's my party girl, the Page of Wands. They're realizing something's getting away and they need to do something. But it's causing them a great deal of burden to do that. That's why he's stopped. Nobody's moving here. This is stopped energy. But it will move again. It will. And I believe it will once the 12-12 energy starts pulling on this a little bit. There's life before the eclipse and there's life after the eclipse. And I think when the 12-12 energy starts pulling on it, they start coming toward, they start taking some movement. But like I said, in the 1 card for each sign today, with the Fool at the bottom of the deck as the overall energy for the whole thing, this Divine Masculine sees coming toward the Divine Feminine as a risk. part of the problem is this. This is why the universe gave me these affecting energies. Part of it is this, and part of it is this Three of Swords, a pain energy deep within. You're still feeling that pain a little bit. Some of you a lot bit. I told you about surface energy for a reason. They're picking up on this. They don't know they're not an energy reader, just like the person at the party who picks up on your surface energy as, you know, you're putting on a plastic smile to go out and have fun, when in reality, you know, you're fooling yourself a little bit. You put a shield around you because you're looping your thoughts. They don't know what they're reading. They just read it as repellent. And it is repellent. It's repellent to the people at the party you go to where you pretend. They know something's off about you, right? You know, somebody might even ask, are you okay? At some point, that kind of thing. If people are asking you if you're okay, you're probably not. Or they're reading that you're not without realizing that they're reading it. Well, that energy, that same energy at that party, bleeds over here because you're connected to the person. And they feel it as a real burden. They feel it as a worry, as a fear, as a risk. It's a risk to go over here because, well, they did hurt you. And that pain is mixed in with that. That's why you need to take my advice about the car. Feel your way through life. Allow yourself to feel the pain, but also allow yourself to feel, at the very least, hope. That this is, every time I pull on the Divine Feminine, I get some roses and rainbows card up here. It's always something magical. And today we got it's not surprising with the current energies right now, we got what I see as affecting energies. The minor arcana, 8 swords, 7 swords. And I even said in the beginning that this 7 swords is basically an 8 swords sitting on top of the 10 of cups. And sure enough, we got the 8 swords at the bottom. That creates a shield around you. That creates a surface energy of something's off about this person. And it prevents this 10 of cups from happening, this 3 of wands from going to 4 wands, these new loves from coming in, or even this one from coming in. I'd be afraid to approach some of you too, because I'd be afraid I'd get my head ripped off if I was reading the energy. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, the advice here is good. Put this away. Stop this. It's okay to feel the pain. That's fine. Let it flow through you. I'm going to leave that card there. But remove these. And you've got a hell of a reading here. This is understandable. The only thing holding you back from the 4 wands, by the way, is this 3 of swords. These are red center, left, right. Yeah, 3 wands on the precipice of pure happiness. It's sitting on top of the happiness, right? But what's stopping that? Well, hold on, I'm dropping stuff. A little bit is this. You need to let this energy of the pain of this flow through you and learn the lessons from it. But you got to get out of your head. All right, you've got to, and you've got to stop. Where'd it go? Did I have it? You got to stop pretending. This is pretending. This is self-sabotage. Pretending that you're okay. You got to just be okay. Understand that it's just a lesson that you're learning for something that may or may not even relate to this. All right. It'll also, by removing these, help you process the pain of this more. All right. Honesty is rewarded by the universe, not pretense. A plastic smile is never rewarded by the universe. And that's what this reading says. Right here, it says it. Feel life. Yes, you must, or you'll miss all the magic. You can't go through life as Mr. or Mrs. Spock. Right? Feel it. The brain is there to protect you. The ego is your brake. Use it to process some of the feelings and make sure you're not being crazy. But don't use it as a oh my God, there's a stop sign, and then lay into the brake and come to a screeching halt at the stop sign. Don't ever stop your life because of anything. Keep it going. Just use the brain to slow it down a little bit and process things, and then keep feeling. Keep hitting the gas pedal and keep going. This person's picking up on that a little bit, and that's what's slowing them down, but they are waking up. This is the most encouraging reading I've ever seen on the Divine Masculine side. They know where their happiness is, and they know it's not on their side. The implication of this card is on their side, it's shit. And we know that from all the fly on the wall readings we do. They know they need to come towards you, but they see it as a risk. It creates a great burden for them. Energy is trying to balance here. They're balancing it within themselves, but they are picking up on some of this energy on the other side, making them a little apprehensive. That's all. Okay? Now, let's pull a few more cards here. Let's pull a row right here, 3 cards and maybe a bottom card. And let's see the potential for the divine masculine, or the divine feminine here, I'm sorry. Let's see. Where's the divine feminine's energy going if they can get rid of this? If they take Steve's advice, universe, and get rid of this 8 swords, 7 swords combo, 15 swords of fucking themselves up the ass. The 3 of swords is fine. You're allowed to feel the pain of this. But but within the pain are the lessons. The lessons are in the pain. Take the lessons. And that will turn this card around. Okay? And it'll bring in all this. This will go to the 4 of Wands. This will bring in new love. This will go to the 4 of Wands. And this will go to the Ace of Cups. It's exactly the way I described it when those 2 cards hit the table. It's unreal. Okay, give me 3 cards and a bottom card here. If they can get rid of this 8 swords, 7 swords, and process things properly, clean up their surface energy a little bit. Because deep down, I never look at surface energy. I read all of you and I know all of you from energy that's much deeper than what's on the surface. And I'm telling you, the vast majority of you that I've had contact with are nothing but spectacular people with amazing potential. I see it here. And this is your surface energy, 8 swords and 7 swords. The 3 swords is okay. It's all right. That's deep down. That's fine. But you got to pull the lessons out of it. Where's this going if they can get rid of the 15 swords, universe? 8 and 7. Where's this going? Where's this going? All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. I love tarot, I do. It's 7 swords reversed. What did I ask? I said, what happens if they get rid of this? I love it. And the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my God. And the Page of Pentacles. Listen. The 7 swords reversed is getting real. It's putting down the bullshit. Okay? If you follow the advice, you flip the 7 swords upside down. These are read center, left, right. Okay? And you do have pages here. The Page of Wands is the bottom. Okay? It's the affecting energy of this. The Page of Wands. But that's fine. That's the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles I sometimes call my choking on hello card. Right? It's just because it's a student. It's a studious. It's the beginner's mind card. But look at the rainbow. Right? You got a whole new beginning coming. The 8 of Pentacles is working on yourself, working on things, working on building your foundation, your life, learning a new skill, a new whatever. You learn a new lesson with this. You do. The lessons are in the 3 of Swords. It turns this 7 of Swords around. You've got to turn this around to do it. If you can get rid of this, it turns everything around and allows this energy to flow properly. And this is fine. You don't have... It would be wrong if this reading had a beautiful card here, right? Because you don't have light without shade. But your lesson is contained within the pain. In the pain is what you need to learn so that you don't go through it again. You know, as I've told you before, make a list of what this person did that was bad, that made you feel bad, that lowered your self-worth. And make sure that whoever you meet going forward, whatever you do, isn't on that list. Okay? And it is. It's about learning the lessons here. It's about starting new from a beginner's mind. And I see it here. The difference between these 2 pages is very interesting. This here is a cautious page. That's why I say choking on hello. The Page of Wands is very, and they have it here too. Look, this tells me it brings them in. If you do it. Their Page of Wands gets activated by your Page of Wands. If you can turn this, or if you can get rid of these 15 swords and learn the lessons. It's okay to feel the pain. The lessons are in there. This page is brave. This page is my party girl over here. This page is a curious page, and they move forward. It's wands, it's passion, it's fire. It's all beginner's mind. It's a whole new way of looking at life. Because if we look at it this way, granted you had a soul connection and you felt it and all of that, but you went for this person. You allowed someone who was afraid to be vulnerable, emotionally unavailable, to derail you, to literally put the e-brake on and the full force of the foot brake on in your car and stop it. And some of you allowed them to shut down the whole engine right there in the middle of the road. Cars going around you, beeping at you, you know, kind of thing. Never do that. Nobody should, no external energy should have the power to do that. It shouldn't. It absolutely should not. Let's see what's going to happen here. This, by getting rid of these 15 swords, the main message here is it not only brings this person in so you can get some closure and find out what your final lesson is here as well. It also brings everything in. It turns the 10 of Cups into an Ace of Cups, the 3 of Wands. You know, again, the 3 of Wands is the precipice to the 4 of Wands. You got a whole horizon ahead of you. And what's interesting here about this 3 of Wands, just before I move on to the Divine Masculine, what's interesting here is this is what I was telling you about life. This is often a card of someone looking out over the ocean, right? Looking out over the sea, the big expanse. Life, try not to look at your life as a narrow road that you can't see around the next corner, and that's scary. Oh my God, it's scary. Life is a 360 panoramic view. You're standing in the middle of a cornfield that stretches forever and ever and ever. It's acres and acres and hectares of land. And you can just see as far as the eye can see in 360 direction. That's how you should view life. That's how I view life. It's how people like me view it. That's how highly intelligent people view it. That's how scientists view it. Mathematicians and things like that. They can't take a linear view. Life is to be viewed with a lateral view. And most people don't do that. Don't be like most people. None of you in this cycle are like most people. Most people are shit. Okay, let's be honest. They are. All right? I mean, they really are. You're not most people. You're here. You're a divine counterpart to someone. And if that person never wakes up, fine, but you learn the lessons from it at the very least. Allow that to flow without all this. You're putting out a surface energy, and a lot of you are, of repellent. And without even realizing it, because you're in your head still. Too much. Round and round and round and round. If you stop thinking, I can almost phrase it, if you want to hear from this person, along the lines of hearing from this person and getting this person over here, this Divine Masculine, if you stop waiting for them and you stop thinking about them, they'll come in. That's the moment they come in, when the energy goes soft on your side and it's smooth, because they see it as a risk, right? And while this Page of Wands is very brave, as I said, right? Because she's my party girl, she's easy, she don't care, she'll bang anybody. It's sitting on top of 10 wands, okay? It's the precipice. This 10 wands resets to an Ace of Wands, a new beginning. But it's held back. It's holding back this right here. It's sitting still at 10 wands. All of this is still energy. And your person's still sitting in shit on their side. Well, let's see where it goes. When this energy starts moving again, right? Where's the Divine Masculine going with this? What's going to happen here on the Divine Masculine side when this energy starts flowing again? Give me 3 cards and a bottom card. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card for the Divine Masculine. Yeah. I see the bottom card. That's why I said, yeah. I'll show you the bottom card. Do you want to see it? It's the Queen of Cups. It's the most love one human being can feel for another. When the energy starts flowing again over here, what's stopping the energy on this side is 15 swords on this side, not this 3 of swords. They know they hurt you. It's 15 swords. It's that energy you're putting out, right? It's underneath that. Yeah, look. Get real. Once you get real, Queen of Swords takes action. I got 2 cards of brave action taking right there at the bottom. Once these 15 swords go away, the energy balances out. Once you flip this 7 of swords upside down, you learn your lessons, you start building yourself more, building yourself up. Approach life from a beginner's mind, right? The innocence of a child. Find that child. Find the child that's still there. Everything that's ever happened to you is still there. Everything that's ever happened or ever will happen has already happened. It's all still happening. You're still a child. Even if you're a 40-year-old person right now, 50, 60, I don't care. You're still a child. Your child is still existing on your timeline, right? Think of it like a cassette tape. If you're listening to track 3 on the cassette tape, the 3rd song, the first song is still there. You're just not listening to it. You know, if we had a time machine, which is not possible, but if we did, we could go back and you could listen to if that would be the rewind button, and you could go back and listen to it. It's still there. You're getting messages. That child is getting messages from you. Energetic messages from you. We've seen it in the quantum world. In the quantum world, particles get messages from the future. And that's how they survive in the present. That applies in our world too. You're sending that child information. That child, in part, you're raising that child. And in part, that child is sending you messages too. That's why we have a lot of childhood trauma in our life. People don't know how to receive these messages. So I always say is if you had a bad childhood, for example, raise yourself right now the way you would have wanted to be raised as that child. That will help that child. And on a different timeline, in a different universe frequency, you'll turn out different. That's why you're different in a different universe, for example. These are very complex topics. I'm kind of Sesame Streeting them down. But it's a fact. You are sending messages back to that child. That child is there right now, and it's still inside you. Access it. Be that child. Raise that child the way you would want to be raised. Okay? And that child is these pages. This is why I'm saying this. The universe is kind of telling you, re-access that child. Find that inner curiosity. That curiosity for the world that the child has. You could be a grown-up still. I don't like to use the phrase inner child. I hate that. But it's because it's not your inner child. It's actually you as a child. It's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. In fact, it's existing right now. It's playing out. Everything is playing out all at once. Find it. It's there. You can access it, but you can't in 15 swords. So, if we get rid of these 15 swords, we've seen what happens for you. What happens for them is it opens up the love. It opens up the empathic connection a bit. It gets this moving again. This is movement, Queen of Cups. She gives the full cup. It allows this person to feel. Whether they come towards you or not, I don't know. Yeah, it's 7 of Swords. See? This person's very self-deceptive. They'll try to shut it down. This isn't your concern, though. You might, I felt it in the energy. I felt a wave of disappointment. Oh, see, it doesn't do anything anyway. If that's what you thought, if that's what you said, my God, you're missing my point. And I'm wasting my breath here. I really am. It's about you. Your life is for you. It's about you. Fuck this person. And I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively. Screw them. Again, not literally. It's not about them. Let them learn their own lesson. You have a lesson to take away from this. You have something to learn from this that will help you in the future. You're getting messages from your future self right now. Your future self is sending you messages. And that's your intuition. That's your intuition telling you that's why you have to get rid of these 15 swords so you can feel. Your intuition is in the feelings. You're getting messages from your future. Listen to them. Go with it. Use your brain to say, well, okay, but don't stop completely. Don't put on every brake and shut the car down in the middle of the road. Just apply some logic. Use the brain to sort of direct you through, but feel your way through life. That's what a child does. That's why these cards are here. I hope I'm getting my message across, because I don't give a fuck. If I were you over here, let's say I'm you. I am. I'm the divine feminine in this connection, so I am one of you. I don't give a fuck what this person learns or what they do. I don't give a fucking rat's ass. Good. Learn. Don't go ahead and deny it. Oh, now they're going to feel the love. Divine feminine gets rid of the 15 swords. They feel the love. Now they're going to get all usual bullshit. No, I don't want to be feeling this. I'm gonna still move real slow and waste time. Great. Fuck them. Learn your lesson. Because your lesson is here. The lesson itself is from your future self in a lot of ways, trying to get you to change. The universe put this person in front of you so that it was time to grow, basically. It's time to move to a new level. A lot of you are not. A lot of you are stuck in 15 swords with this. Or even in just your life, in general. You overthink everything too much. If you think about something too much, you'll find too many reasons not to do it. Oh, but I can't, and I can't because of that, and I can't do that because of that, and well, I can't do that because what would people think, and I can't do that. You'll be the can't person. The word can't doesn't exist in my vernacular, with the minor exception being the things I absolutely cannot do, like I know I can't climb to the roof and jump off and fly. Okay, that's my brain, that's me pumping the brakes and going, okay, well, I feel I want to do that, but I can't do that. Right. But anything else, if I can do it, and I want to, and I feel it, I do it. But I'm not in 15 swords. I'm not overthinking it. Yeah, this person will do their usual shit. They'll feel that you reverse this. Whether you reverse this or not, I suppose it's going to go that way anyway, eventually, because I've got justice here. But it'll go there faster if you get rid of these 15 swords, and I'm more concerned with you learning something here. You growing, all right? I want to Google you guys in 20 years and see some serious shit, all right? That's what I want to see. I want to see you learn the lesson here, all right? That's what I want to see. This person, I'm going to Google them in 20 years and write a book, because this is bullshit. If the Queen of Swords is met with 7 swords sitting on top of it, that's the usual shit. That's what it is. What's underneath this? And pooping in the yard. The Queen of Swords on both sides, sandwiched from the top and underneath it, fueling it, is your person pooping in the yard, the 4 of Cups. They're still going to be inclined to reject this. Oops. Goes this way. They're still going to be inclined to reject this. Where else? Yep, Sarah Gilbert. They're going to get in their head. Your person's not listening to Steve's Love Tarot. This is you if you've never found people like me or people like whoever else is helping you. Okay, because I know you all listen to a lot of different things, so I'm not taking credit for anything. I'm just using me as an example because I'm here. This is you if you never found me. This is you now. You're learning to get rid of these, and then I go this way, and then you get 10 cups right here. And you wouldn't have gotten that early on, you know. Sarah Gilbert right here. 2 swords, washed up TV star, right? 2 swords of confusion. Which way do I go? What do I do? They know they're fooling themselves, is what this tells me. They're well aware. It's 2 Ace of Swords. Will I sit in the shit, or will I go toward my 9 of Cups? I don't know. Let's pull the last card. La 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 la. Player card, Knight of Wands, emotional immaturity. This person has a lot of growing up to do on the emotional side. This right here spells uncooked turkey. If this love right here is met with a pile of shit in the yard, and I think I'm just going to stick with what I've got. I don't really want this rainbow. You're going to stick with what you got. Right. Right. You're going to just stick in the shit. Yeah. This reminds me a lot of Leo energy. It's for everybody. But I'm saying this is the kind of shit I see when I pull a Leo reading. This toxic 7 of Swords. I think I'm just going to stay with what I've got because, you know. Okay, waste your life, you little fuckwit. There you go, right there. Queen of Cups. This kind of love, it's going to open it up within them, and they meet it with the smell of poo in the yard. And 7 swords of sneaky deaky. I'm going to sneak away from it. Oh, but I shouldn't. Oh, but I got this party to go to tonight. I'm going to go do that. I'm happy. Everything's good. Nothing's good. Nothing's good. All right. Let me pull one more row here. I'm going to pull one more row. Hopefully I've made my point to you. If you still care what happens to this person in this person's lesson, you're missing out on your whole fucking life. It's your life. Live it for you. Leave the door open. Knock yourself out. But I think for the vast majority of you, it's an uncooked turkey. I'm going to pull straight down the row here with these energies. This is where we're at. This is just where we're at in the journey right now. Okay? With the way the energies are. I'm not going to complicate things. I've already said enough. But this side here, it's the usual shit. It really is. Let me 3 cards and a bottom card. Future influence. Future influence in this connection. Technically kind of a bridging energy sort of a thing. Future influence in this energy. What's the universe got to say here about this connection? Oh, we're talking to the fickle old gal. Let's see what she has to say. Let's see what her advice is. I see the bottom card. Knight of Swords. That's good. 9 of Cups. Yep. And 3 of Swords. I believe it. The future influence in this connection is the divine masculine approaching the divine feminine. I'm just going to paraphrase the cards. It's read center, left, right. 9 cups. A wish fulfilled. You get your wish. You get your wish. They come in with a message. Knight of Swords. They do. Under the current energies, the future, and the energies can change. They will. On our next Twin Flame Journey update, will be post-12-12 energies. We might see something else. But as it stands right now, because there's 15 swords of overthought on this side, and you're not quite getting the lessons 100%, some of you, not all, over here, denying, standing still, feeling it, feeling the burden, still sitting in the shit that they're in, whatever it is on their side, denying the Queen of Cups level of, and with Sarah Gilbert and my party girl's big sister, putting out cigarettes on drums. Yeah, they come in under these current energies. If they show up under these current energies, you have an uncooked turkey. You get your wish, your manifestation fulfilled. Here they come, and here's what you get. Why? Because they're fakey McFakerman, Queen of Wands. Yeah, that's what you get. How do I know it's them coming to you? Okay, what direction is he flying? Okay, need I say more? You heard what I asked the universe. Yeah, they come right at you. Absolutely. Or as I like to say, abso-smurfly. Okay, I still like quoting the Smurfs even to this day. Everything was Smurfy. I like it. But it ends in 3 swords. Again, bigger swords this time. That's why you got to deal. Process the pain. Get out of your head. That external energy, that surface energy. On a lot of you, it's repellent. I feel, even with me, I feel the repellent. I look past surface energy. But some of you, I feel well, we'll see. Maybe things will turn out okay. I don't know. What kind of fucking attitude is that? Well, we'll see. Maybe things will turn out okay. I don't know. If you don't have faith in your own damn self, no one else in this world will. Not a single person. Because that's surface energy. They're going to read that and you're not going to get the job. You're not going to get the person you want. You won't, because you read wishy-washy. People pick up on that. I don't know, you know. No one's going to invest in you. You want people to invest in you. Get rid of these 15 swords. Take the advice I gave. If you don't remember what it is, rewind. Watch this video religiously 100 times. I don't care. It's extremely important. Because, yeah, under the current energies, if this person comes in, it ends with this. Because they're fakey McFakerman. Queen of Wands, pretense, a plastic smile, phony on the outside. And to some degree, they're worried about coming in, and that's why they're like this. I'll give them that. I will. I don't blame them. But it's a risk. It's exactly what I just said. To some degree, I don't blame them for being like this because of the energy they're feeling around it and from within themselves and coming off of the divine feminine side. I don't blame them for being cautious. And then I go and I move this card and I didn't know this was there, the Fool. It's a risk to this person. And when it's a risk, they have a big ego and pride. They want to protect themselves. They do that by being fakey McFakerman. Not telling you how they really feel, not opening up, all that, and that's why it ends with this. And that's why they come in as swords. Knight of Swords, yeah, he's got a specific message. He comes in fast, but he can get out fast. He's reliable. He's more reliable than the Knight of Wands. Yes, it's not really a player energy here, but it's not all lovey-dovey either. It's not someone telling you how they really feel. Why? Because it's a risk. They see it as a risk. They feel your surface energy, just like an employer would see it as a risk to hire you. I'm not going to, I mean, there's something off about that person. I'm not going to higher than, I don't know, they seem to be in some sort of pain. I mean, they were happy one second and then sad the next. I mean, that's batshit crazy. You know, see what I'm saying? You got to protect your surface energy. You got to be aware of what it is, and overthinking is the one thing. And everybody does this. That's why a lot of people come off as fake. That's why. So, be careful about that. Underneath all this, by the way, when they come in, if this, because some of you will hear from your person in this energy. When they come in, they're fakey McFakerman, because it's a risk and they want to protect themselves. What are they faking? The fact that there's Queen of Cups, level love. Look at the Queen of Cups coming back again. And there it is, the Seven of Swords. That's how they reacted to the Queen of Cups in this deck. Fakey McFakerman. Fakey McFakerman here. Sneak away. Not tell you how they feel. And it ends in 3 swords again. So it is what it is. They're not done cooking yet. But I think these energies will change for the next twin flame journey. If for no other reason than you're going to get rid of 15 swords. Right? Yeah. Because you don't know what you don't know, to quote old Dr. Phil again. Life should be viewed from a 360 panoramic view. A panoramic photo, just look around as far as the eye can see. And some of it you can't see coming. You're standing in a cornfield. There's a lot of stuff coming at you below the corn. Some of it good, some of it bad. It's not all roses and rainbows. You can't have light without shade. But it's not the narrow, linear, I can't see anything, tunnel vision of just this person. And the hurt me and the pain and this. It's all this person. It's all this person. It's not. It's your fucking life. Live it. Go out there and live it. It's fine. Take your lessons away. It's preparing you for something that's coming in the future. And I've told you that. And I've told you that in many extended readings as well. Look forward to that. See it as an adventure. Reinvent yourself. I told someone else this recently. I said, reinvent yourself after this. Post this. Reinvent yourself. Write down a character description for who the new you is. Think of it like a video game, if you want, where you're designing your avatar, or whatever the kids say. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Write it down. I did that when I moved to California. I was young, yes, but I did that. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can reinvent yourself at any time. I wrote down a character description. Who am I going to be 3,300 miles from home in a new place? And I wrote it down. And it worked. And I lived that. I want to be an honest person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make friends. I'm going to make a point to be open. I wrote down things like that. You know? There it is. I'm going to give people a chance to fail. That was something I wrote. You know? Because sometimes I read surface energy and I'm just like, oh man, you know. But if you go deeper than that, you see the real person, just like all of you, with the 15 swords. Underneath that, this beautiful potential in person here is gorgeous energy. Yeah, with a little pain. You can't have light without shade. We've all been hurt. We've all been screwed over by somebody. Boo-hoo. Learn the lessons and move forward. But this person, they ain't done cooking in this current energy. This current energy, though, is turning up the heat. They're going from 375 bake to a 425 Fahrenheit oven. We're going to crisp up the skin and see what happens. And we'll find out on the next Twin Flame Journey update. And we'll find out a little bit more on the 12/12 Portal Part 2 reading that I'm going to do in the coming week here. Okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful to you. Sorry I preached so much. I apologize. But I'm just trying to help. Because I see so much potential in all of you, and it's ridiculous. And I see this coming out and even the universe. It just alarms me. Who gives a fuck about this person? You know? I know you love them, but let them figure it out. You don't want them uncooked. It just ends in 3 swords. So let them figure it out. You need to figure it out too, without all this. Right? Feel. Allow yourself to feel. I hope this reading was helpful. If I help one person today, I've done my job, and I mean that absolute literally. I don't care if I get 20,000 messages from people who say, you suck, I hate this reading, you're a fucker. And one person says thank you, I'm good. I'm good. Perfectly fine. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches. All right? That is your Twin Flame Journey update. The 74 Pinto is still a little, shall we say, on fire. All right. Let's just tune up that BMW a little bit, okay? All right, there you go. That's your reading. Good luck, everyone.